Oh, the music.
Hello, folks. It's the Podsquad with Pat Drake, Maury Schultz, Wendy Card, and yours truly, George Oliver. Thanks for joining us for New Bern Now's podcast for September 23rd, 2021. This is episode 196.
Woo! Almost 200.
Wow.
We are connecting you with the people, places, and happenings in New Bern and the surrounding areas.
Join in the conversation by commenting on this live stream on New Bern Now's Facebook page. But before we get started, we have a contest to be entered to
what's the
win.
contest? Is it a limbo contest, Wendy? It's always good for the radio.
Yeah. Yeah, you would win, George.
Yeah, right. I would lose. I would lose in a big way.
Pat would win in by far, so she'd have us all beat.
To be entered to win, make sure that you comment during today's show on New Bern Now's Facebook page.
Yeah. And you want to know the question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the theme to this year's Ghost Walk?
Ooh.
Ah.
I'm gonna Google.
Was
I won't tell anybody, but I am gonna, because I have to know.
I don't know either. It might be fun to guess. Pat, what do you think a good theme would be for a ghost walk?
Definitely not the Spanish flu.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Not that one, not that one.
What do you think, Wendy? What would you already know the answer? So what
No,
would a
the
good
answer.
theme? What would a good thing be other than the real answer?
I'm blank.
That's what it should be. Insert your name here, Ghost Walk. Just leave blanks.
There
And
you
everybody
go.
can dress as their favorite.
Make your own theme up. That's a
Yeah.
hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we haven't seen you guys in a while. Okay, to be entered into the contest, answer on this Facebook page, and if there's more than one person that answers correctly, then we'll draw your name out of a hat, and you'll get a gift certificate to a local business.
Nice.
And yeah, so
Cool.
what's going on, folks? Pat just got back from, oh my gosh, you were all over the country.
Yeah, we did a 10-day drive, Midwest. We did 8 states. Spent most of our time in Cincinnati, the Upper Peninsula. We went to Mackinac Island, and 3 days in Chicago. Drove a little on Route 66. Had an awesome time. Really great weather, and had our first deep dish pizza out of Chicago.
Wow. Delicious, huh?
Yes.
Now, was
it's
this
It's like that big.
interesting.
Was this an RV trip or were you staying
No,
at hotels?
just cars.
Okay.
Fortunately, my husband likes to drive because, 10, 12 hours in a car as you're, doing all of that. And,
Yeah.
it's even though we worked together for 25 years, it's like smaller space, maybe. I don't know. You don't always get along with 10, 12 hours in a car. It worked out really well.
And Mac is very patient too. So
He's got to be married to me.
No, it looks like you all had so much fun. Yeah,
But we did have a wonderful time. We really did.
awesome.
I don't know if you know anything about Mackinac Island. The total ground space of that island in the Upper Peninsula is only 5 miles. There's only about 400 permanent residents. They don't allow any cars. It's bicycles and horse-drawn carriages only.
I didn't know that.
So
Wow.
it was very, very interesting. That's the island that's got that great big giant grand hotel. We had originally looked at maybe staying there because we're like, oh, what a wonderful experience that would be. Least expensive room was $900 a night, and we kind of decided against that.
My law partner Clayton went with his wife earlier this summer, and I didn't ask him if he stayed in that hotel, but now I'm really curious. If they stayed there or slept in the car.
We met with Clayton recently for a situation we're involved with, and he claims he did. So if he charges me more, I'll know why.
No kidding. He needs to work late, sounds like. Oh.
That's funny. And Mari, you've been out doing little adventures.
Little ones. Let's see, last time I talked to you, I think I was going camping way over, you might have heard of it, Bridgeton. Anyway, not quite the drive you had, but yeah, it was great. I went, a couple friends came, and I'm going again Sunday after we're taking our food truck down to Bethany's house. We're doing serving people for her paddling for pennies.
When is that?
That's Sunday.
Oh, really?
At I think 11. Yeah. So that'll be really cool. So I haven't been able to do that yet. We've always been busy. So we're doing that 11 to 1. And right after that, I'm going camping again in Bridgeton. But I swear, next month I'm going to Asheville. I don't know if I'm going by myself yet. I think my daughter and granddaughter are going to come. We're going to see. But I want to go see the leaves change, the fall leaves in Asheville. So I always miss that. I always go to Asheville just for beer. And so this time it's beer and leaves. So that's the end of the month. So I'm excited.
Or fall beer. Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
fall beer.
Yeah.
Is Bethany's house, is it also called the Round House?
It is. Yeah.
Okay. She
Right
invited
there,
me to like the Round House. And I was like, what is this?
Yep.
But it looks like where she lives. And I guess also that's where you'll do that event.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys have to come by.
It's a very cool house.
It is. It's a really neat house. They just had it moved too, I think, if I remember.
Or it was raised up, maybe?
Or raised up or moved, one or the other. Yeah. Yeah. Super neat place.
And George.
Yes.
What have you been doing? What
Well,
haven't
we
you been
have-
doing?
Darren Mason just took a trip to New York this week to see Abigail, settled into college up there. They had a good visit, which is cool. And we're in the middle of Clue. We've had one weekend of shows at New Bern Civic Theater and nearly sold out that Saturday night. I think we were 28 seats away from a sellout, which is super cool.
That's cool.
And I'm going to give you a late breaking news scoop, Wendy. You're the first to hear. Our weekend of shows this weekend, starting tomorrow, is having to be put off by a week. We are moving it to the following weekend because one of our cast members has tested positive for COVID and is on a 10-day quarantine. And so he is obviously an integral part of the cast. And so we were able to, everybody except one person in a more minor role is able to do it the following weekend. So right now, people are being contacted by the theater to see if they'd like to switch their seats from this weekend to next weekend. And if not, they're entitled to refund. It's fine. But we were headed towards a sellout this weekend. There were only about 10 or 15% of tickets left for all three shows. So we're hoping that people can still do it the following weekend. But if not, we'll be on a push to sell those tickets a second time. But the theater takes its obligations to the public very seriously. We have a vaccination policy. You cannot be involved as a volunteer at New Bern Civic Theater without being fully vaccinated. And so everyone in the casting crew is. So this is the breakthrough case. We also require masks of everyone in the buildings at all times, unless you're on stage performing. So if you're backstage, masked up. If you're a patron, unless you're eating or drinking, masked up. So this is just an example of how, as careful as you try to be, you just never really know right now. I'm actually, I was exposed to this person. Most of the people in the cast were exposed to this person because we had shows this past weekend. So we're all getting tested now. I think I can get a test starting tomorrow. So I've been by myself, locked in my office, wearing a mask anytime I have to walk out to do anything. So the current CDC guidelines are if you've been vaccinated and exposed to somebody that you know is tested positive, then within 3 to 5 days, you can get a test. Before that time, anytime you're around someone else indoors, you should be masked up. So that's what we're doing. So anyway,
Well,
hopefully everybody can join us the following weekend.
Yeah, I hope everyone is okay and it doesn't get bad as far as
it's not the person that's tested positive is not showing major symptoms. It's more like allergy type symptoms is what he's going through. But this is a show that we had another cast member test positive about 2 weeks before opening. Again, another breakthrough case. She's a teacher. And so this has been a show that's had difficulties with that, but it's a real credit to the people involved that wanted to keep going, soldier through. We had a lot of Zoom rehearsals in the last 2 weeks before the show. So Yeah,
So
fun
you're,
times.
you're almost zoomed out.
Yeah, exactly. Running out of my subscription.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I'm glad we have Zoom because we have Sister Hazel, the Drew Copeland from Sister Hazel coming on. But before that, do you have anything else, George, before we bring Kim in?
No, not really. Oh, one kind of fun thing is our band, the Bonafides. We are playing at Seafood Festival next Saturday, on the main stage from 2 to 4. That's kind of cool.
Very
That'll be
cool.
a big deal. Yeah.
So that's next weekend, all weekend, and that's down in Morehead City, is it?
Morehead City. Yeah.
Yeah.
Down on the waterfront there.
All right.
George, is Clue, is that going to be on Sunday also, the 3rd?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
So it'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So, cool. Okay.
Oh, very cool. Maybe
Yes.
some tickets will open up for you.
I've
That's
heard
great.
really good
Very cool.
things, so that's great. Awesome.
It is a lot of fun, and
Good.
the audiences have loved it. I mean, it's really a good time.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. We ready to bring Kim in? Kim, are you ready for
Yes.
us? The moment of silence.
Okay.
So good.
Transitional. Yeah.
Crickets. There she is. Hey,
Right.
lady. How are you?
Hey,
Good,
Kim.
good.
Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hey, how you doing, Pat? Hi.
Good. How are you, Kim?
Good, good.
What's happening? Wow, I haven't seen you in a really long time.
It has been a long time, probably 2 or 3 years, I think.
Yeah. Well, you're looking good.
You too, you as well.
Yeah. So what are you working on?
Well, you know, I've always got my hands in some type of nonprofit. So the last 3.5, 4 years, I've been working with Realize You 252, which is a long-term recovery house, sober living house for men. We have 12 beds, and right now I'm happy to report that we've got 5 guys in there. So that's the most we've had since we started. It's probably the hardest thing I've ever tried to do in my life. I guess it's because of the stigma that's associated with addiction. It's been quite the hurdle. So the reason I wanted to come on and talk to you guys is we're putting on a concert to raise money and awareness for addiction. And we're bringing a Nashville recording artist in, Tom Yankton from Nashville, Tennessee. And he and his band's they're coming in Saturday night. And what's cool about Tom is that he's been in recovery himself for over 15 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. And we have a surprise guest. Garret, I'm guessing he's going to join us talking about Realize You 252. Is that it?
Always.
There
Yeah, I
he
heard
is.
somebody mention Realize You, and I was like, hey, I got to be there. My radar
Zoned
went
right
off.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So didn't mean to interrupt you there, Kim.
No problem. I always like it when Garret, chimes in.
Yeah. So I was in that dead zone for like 6 seconds while we transitioned. So I don't know if she mentioned yet. Kim, did you mention what's going on next Sunday night?
Yeah, this concert that we're putting on. Yeah, I did mention that.
Yeah.
You want
So
to
yeah.
go
so
into more
excited.
detail, Kim?
Yeah,
Kim, you tell the details, and then I'll tell why it's so important.
Yeah, that sounds good, Garret.
All right.
So the details are kids 12 and under are going to be admitted free with a paid adult. We believe it's very important that people get some knowledge and some awareness about addiction, especially in our town. Craven County is one of the highest in the states in opioid overdoses. So Tom's coming in, and he's been on the Today Show, the Grand Ole Opry. He's been with the Academy of Country Music Awards. I met Tom about 4 years ago, and I watched him perform, and he is simply amazing. This guy just bleeds music through his soul. He is so much fun to watch. He has so much talent. He's got his hands in a lot of things in Nashville, but when I told him what we were doing here, he said, I'm all in. I'm all in. You tell me when and I'll get there. So he's just a great entertainer, and I think everybody's going to love to watch him. And the tickets are only $10, so
Wow.
we made it family friendly. You know, we just want people there.
Yes.
Yeah, so three really big things for the event. For one, as Kim alluded to, you know, we really think it's important to have opportunity for people to come out and discuss and have some open conversations about addiction, about how it's affected our community, about how it affects people. There's so many people that suffer in silence. So though this next Sunday is all about entertainment and people coming out and having a good time, we will leverage the platform to make some comments and to further that conversation, you know, to promote people talking about it, because so many people suffer in silence. And that's one of the reasons that so many people struggle and why our community has had such an issue over the last couple of years. So that's a big part, leveraging that platform to kind of normalize the discussions around addiction so that people aren't so afraid to ask questions. People aren't afraid to seek help until it's too late. And then for many people that are in recovery, that are in our community, have an opportunity to come out and have a family friendly event where they can enjoy socializing with others from, you know, a safe distance, enjoy some great entertainment, some great music, and do it in a low stress, low trigger environment where, you know, where they don't have to worry about, you know, different threats or different triggers that they might if they went to some other concerts or some other venues. And then finally, raising money and awareness for Realize You. So organizations, Kim mentioned, been around for, oh my gosh, feels like going on 10 years as we've kind of navigated so many different challenges to get to where we are. But incredible organization that is literally helping change lives in our community, helping get people on a different path, on a better path in our community. So any proceeds that we have from the event will go to help individuals get from where they are in their recovery journey to where they want to get to, whether that's back, you know, with better education, whether that's better employed, whether that's having the opportunity to rekindle and to, you know, to work on some the relationships with family members so they can go back to a more stable environment when they leave us.
Wow.
It's very awesome. It's an amazing organization.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
And you guys, it's a residential facility, Garret, where people can go.
That's right. So it's a sober living recovery residence. So the ideal candidate is somebody that's either coming out of detox, coming out of a 28-day rehab program, and they need, you know, the biggest value add that we provide is providing that safe, supportive housing where they have camaraderie, they have that community support, they feel like they're being supported, not judged, and they're plugged into the resources in the community. You know, there's many wonderful resources. We live in a great community that has so many resources that are available, whether it's for education, whether it's for financial needs, whether it's for getting a better job, getting employed at all. There's a lot of great resources in our community, but it can be really difficult to navigate, especially if you're just coming out of a detox or rehab. So we provide that safe, supportive housing. We provide that brotherhood for our residents, and then we really do what we can to plug them into the resources to help them navigate wherever their journey wants to go. You know, it's not up to us to tell them what their recovery or their future should look like. It's up to us to provide them the resources to get wherever they want to go.
So you're the only men's facility, right, in local?
Yeah, there are some other ones, and all provide a little bit different level of service, a little bit different kind of environment, different kind of program, because everybody that's ever struggled with addiction, they got to it, you know, a different way, a different set of life circumstances, events, conditioning, whatever happened, got them to where they were. And every individual is going to need something different to get out of that. So ours is unique in what it provides and what it offers, but there are some other programs that either provide a higher or lower level of service and support for other people. But yeah, with what we do, we're really unique for the community.
So, okay, so where's the concert going to be? I can't remember.
It's at the convention center. The doors open at 5 o'clock. The other thing we're doing, which is kind of neat, is we're doing an eternal flame of hope. And you can bring a battery operated little teacup candle, and we're going to have a display ladder, and we're going to just kind of light that up in, you know, either memory of somebody who lost their battle with addiction, or in hopes of, you know, encouraging people through recovery.
Wow, what an awesome event. And
as Kim said, only $10, you know, $15 if you buy at the door, but $10 if you buy in advance. You can do it on our website. You can do it. I'm sure we'll drop a link in here on the where you're streaming this. But incredible night of great entertainment for a very, low price. 12 and under kids come for free with a paying adult. So just great time, bringing something awesome to this community, really easy to get to in the convention center. So we just can't wait to fill the house and really show this community how much we support this cause, and fill the community with people, or fill the venue with people that want to come out and have a great time.
And you're going to rock this city, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
That's what it's called, Rock This City?
Yes,
Okay, and that's October 3rd, right?
that's correct. Sunday night, October 3rd, doors open at 5 p.m.
Okay. Is there anything else you want the public to know about Realize You 252?
Go ahead, Kim.
Oh, I think you covered it pretty well, Garret. You always do.
For anybody that knows somebody that struggled with addiction, is struggling, or somebody that personally is, you can reach out to us, realizeyou252.org. You can find us on Facebook, on our Facebook page. And if we can't help you, we'll do anything that we can to help plug you into the kind of resources that might help you get to where you want to be.
All right, fantastic. And Kim Briele is with LCA Advertising and Promotions, and you're probably watching us try to set this whole podcast, video cast thing up, and
Laughing at us.
probably good. Yeah.
No, you're doing a wonderful job. You always do, Wendy.
No, but really, you do all kinds of nonprofit. You help nonprofits, and you've helped me along the way with questions about, how to do video stuff. But you're a real professional, and you've been in the business for years. So, thank you for all that you do. And Garret, your 1 million goal. You're a life coach. You're all a speaker. We're just really lucky to have both of you in our community. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And thanks for, again, giving us this opportunity to share some great stuff and connect with you all who are all doing wonderful things in our community as well.
All right. And hopefully we'll take this show on the road soon, and we'll be in person. So we can't wait.
Love it. All right.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, and have a great day. And we'll see you on October 3rd.
Good luck with the
guys.
concert, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
Did I? What happened?
you're back.
There she is.
There you are. Okay.
Get rid of me.
Yeah, yeah, anyway. Okay, and we have Joe. Joe is he's saying hello all. What's the Zoom ID number so I can join in? Joe, I'm not that technically savvy where I can run the show here and look for it. But I will be in touch with you, and hopefully you'll be a guest on a future show. And thank you for joining. And Marissa, she guessed, but I'm not gonna say anything. Don't try to get it out of me, George. The answer.
Oh, what have we got here?
Okay, the question, to remind folks, the trivia question of the day is, what is the theme of this year's Ghost Walk? And put your answer in the stream, and we'll provide the answer at about 10 minutes to 2 o'clock. And right now, I think we have Drew Copeland, Sister Hazel in the waiting room. Are we ready? You ready for us, Drew?
Sure.
Ready.
You ready?
Are you nervous, Wendy?
Here we go. Wow.
Hey, how are you?
Drew, thanks for joining us.
All right, glad to be here.
Woo.
Sister Hazel.
Drew, are you broadcasting live from New Bern today? Is that where you are?
No, I'm in Gainesville, Florida. Go Gators!
I was
There you
gonna
go.
say, I
Yeah.
see the gator. Yeah.
There you go.
So you're coming to New Bern.
Yes, we are. We're coming there on the 8th. I'm pretty sure, and we're looking forward to a good time.
Oh, we can't.
You guys, I think you're playing at, is it Lawson Creek? that where they are, guys?
Yes, Lawson Creek Park. That's right.
That is a
I'm
good,
trying to
big,
see.
open space.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Now this says, I'm trying to see what time the show is. You would have thought that I'd have been more prepared, but a lot of times those things don't get put into master. We have a thing called Master Tour that tells us all the specifics about our shows, and that I don't have that information yet. I apologize.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I can't believe I don't
I'm
have
looking it up
written
right
down.
here. It's at well, I'm looking at a gates open at 6. So that's a
Okay.
nighttime gig. Yeah.
I'm gonna move a little bit because my lighting didn't seem to be very good right there. Let me try a different setup.
There you
There
go.
we go. Yeah.
Is this a part of Mumfest? Is that what this is? Or not at all? No part of Mumfest?
I don't think it is.
Somebody told me it was, and I didn't think it was either. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but we do know that. So you're a guitarist, you're a singer. I'm really bad with,
Yep.
with
Songwriter.
terminology.
It's okay. I'm a singer, songwriter, guitar player. Sometimes I play harmonica. Sometimes I'll play the piano. It's just kind of whatever they tell me to do.
You need to play with George.
Drew,
He plays the banjo.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
I don't play banjo, George. So you and I, we'd be able to work together because that's not something I can do.
There you
So,
go, man. This morning I watched an old video from All For You. So in '97, I was in law school, and I remembered it very well. And I was trying to figure out where a banjo would fit in there. Just trying to figure where.
I'm sure we could make it work, buddy.
That's right.
I want to be the first ones to book you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So, don't forget.
Yeah. All right, man, you're brave.
You know, we're
No, Drew,
out
I was looking into your story a little bit, and you guys like kind of grew up as buddies, right? I mean, you guys started the band when you were in your 20s.
Yeah, later 20s. We weren't
Okay.
crazy kids that a lot of rock bands start out as, but we were all in college, and Ken and I started. Believe it or not, this past March will have been 30 years that Ken and I have been singing together.
Wow.
So yeah, we started a long time ago, and then the band got together a few years later, and most of us graduated from the University of Florida, and then we kind of hit the road, and things started taking off, and here we are 30 years later.
That's a long time.
Amazing.
It
Happy
is. Yeah, it's really cool.
anniversary.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Well,
For you all to still be good friends is pretty cool too, right? Because that's a long time
Yeah,
to
man.
do something.
We went through the when things were really crazy. We were on the road literally on the road for over 300 days a year for a few years in a row, and I think we all lost our minds a little bit, and so that's when things were probably the tensest between us. But yeah, man, we all get along well. All of us have our ships pointing in the same direction. We're all married and we all have kids, and we're all extremely thankful for a career in music, which is a really hard thing to do, and we've been blessed with that, and so we just feel really fortunate, and we try not to take anything for granted.
Nice. Where did the name come from, Sister Hazel? Where did you guys
Sister
come up
Hazel,
with that?
she was a female minister here in Gainesville,
Mhm.
and she ran a rescue mission where people, regardless of their race, religion, or their background, if they were having a rough time and needed a hand up, she was there to provide that and give them a safe place and maybe something to eat and help them get right their ship. And as we were coming up, people kept going, well, man, what kind of band are you guys? Are you rock? Are you alt? Are you country? And we were like, you know what, man, we're really kind of Florida music, but we put it out there for everybody. So it was in that spirit of unconditional regard for everyone that we named the band after Sister Hazel.
Nice.
wow. Wow. What a story. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Wow. Mm-mm.
You guys played at the fair in Raleigh. Gosh, I forget what year. I missed it, and I was pretty bummed out about it. But I remember it was Was it 2014? I think it was 2014. Maybe.
I think it
don't
might have
know.
been.
Yeah.
I'm the worst. Our drummer, and it's something about drummers, but I'm the worst at. I know, seriously. You meet a drummer and you can kind of tell who they are just by they have things very organized normally.
Right.
They're usually a little bit manic. George, you know what I'm talking about with drummers.
Yeah.
But our drummer, he can tell you where we played, September 10th of, 1998. I'm like, man, I don't even remember 98, much less September 10th. So anyway, yeah.
All right. Will this be your first time coming to New Bern?
Again,
I'll ask the drummer.
So.
I gotta ask the drummer.
Yeah, ask the drummer. I don't know.
Where's the drummer? Where is he?
He's the guy. I feel like he doesn't smile much, but man, he knows a lot. I feel like we've been kind of everywhere at this point. It feels like, we pull into a town and it's actually kind of funny because we'll be sitting in the front lounge of our tour bus, and we'll be kind of pulling into a town, and a couple of guys will start going, "Oh, I remember we've stayed right there before," and I'll be going, But then eventually, if we get to the venue, I'm like, "Oh, okay, yes, I totally know where we are now." So yeah.
That's gotta be a lot.
I don't know if you're planning to stay the night.
Sorry.
What was that?
Oh, no, go ahead, Mari. Go ahead. We're talking over each other. Go ahead.
No, that's a lot of time on the road. And I can't imagine being on the road that long and remembering where you go. I see so many people a day and I can see them 3 days a week and I still don't remember who they are. So
Thank you. Thank you for understanding.
I do understand. Go
I
ahead,
appreciate
George. I'm
that.
sorry.
Oh no, I was going to ask if you guys are staying the night, man. I think it is during Mumfest. You got to walk around downtown the next day and get some fair food and take in the sights a little bit. It's kind of it's a big festival for New Bern that weekend.
I know that we have a show because that's a Friday night, right? The 8th is a Friday night. I know we have a show Saturday. I don't know how far the show is from New Bern, but
gotcha.
Yeah, but most of the times we pull into a town early in the morning and we try to get our bearings, figure out where we are, go in the hotel, get cleaned up. The bus goes over, loads in the gear, sets up for sound check. We come over, we do the show, pack it up, head to the next town. It's
gotcha.
a traveling circus.
It's a lot of logistics, right? It's a big operation.
It is, and it's kind of funny because I think a lot of people think of the glitz and glamour of a touring life, and we often laugh about that because it's far from glitz and glamour. It's hotel rooms and 10 to 12 smelly guys on a tour bus. It's not really what you think it is, but we've been
who you ask.
I feel very lucky to still be making a living playing music. That's for sure.
Yeah. I had a little band with my family for a little while there. They've now all gone to college and everything, but I think they would have just been grateful to have somebody lugging the gear. That was all. We had a trailer and a station wagon, and we'd always just have to get there early and set it all up and take it all down. And they just had somebody that would help. I think they would have really appreciated it.
Hey, so I'll tell you a funny story because in the beginning, we toured in a van and trailer for a long time, just us and a sound guy, and so as things started to progress for us, we hadn't taken on a crew yet, but we were still playing some of these bigger venues with bigger bands, especially at some of these festivals. There'd be thousands and thousands of people in the audience, and a lot of these bigger bands, they already had their crew and their bus and all that kind of stuff, and we'd get done playing and we're all like, yeah, thank you. And we'd walk off the stage and then we'd look at each other and go, we got to go get our chords. So we'd have to walk back out on stage, hey, we got to wrap up our own chords and grab our stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it was
That's
very
your
humbling.
encore. Our encore is figuring our stuff out.
That's right.
So how often are you on the road, like each year? An estimate?
Well, I will tell you, we took a year and 8 months off recently.
Yeah.
Not on purpose, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
That's been a pretty scary time, so we're really thankful to be back out. But before that, we're still averaging around 80 to 110 shows a year.
Wow.
So when you add travel days onto that, we're still at it pretty good. And then Ken and I will still do an occasional acoustic thing, just the two of us, but that doesn't happen very often. But yeah, we're still out there. You know, the crowds are still showing up, and we are very grateful for that. And so we're still putting out new music, and as long as people are still connecting with what we're doing, I think we'll keep going.
Well, you know, I've been asking people around town, I'm like, hey, did you know Sister Hazel's coming? Like, what? No way. There's a rare when, you know, they're really excited. They start singing your music. I'm like, wow, like we got some major Sister Hazel fans here.
Yeah,
so
that's good to hear. That's nice to hear. It's funny because there are times when you go, do you know the band Sister Hazel? And they'll be like, no. And you'll go, do you know the song All For You? And they go, no. And then you go, hard to say what it is. Oh my goodness, I know that song. You know, it's like that song is connected to a lot of people. So hopefully for the people that haven't heard the name of the band, if they come to the show, by the time they leave, they will have heard, you know, 4 or 5 songs that they've heard on the radio before that they just didn't realize it was us.
Yeah.
And Drew, you guys you're doing more country music now, is that right?
Well, I'll be honest with you, George. If you go back and you listen to the early records, we're not really doing anything different than we've always done. There may be an occasional instrument that leans it a little heavier towards country, but stylistically, hopefully we've matured as songwriters. But really, we're just still kind of we kind of write these songs and we bring them into the band, and then we let the song kind of dictate which way it's going to go and what happens to it, and everybody puts their fingerprints on it, and it turns out to be a Sister Hazel song. So look, if the country market would accept us, I would graciously be involved in anything that they'd allow us to be. But right now we're just still putting out music, hoping that it connects with people.
Florida music.
Gotcha.
Said Florida music.
Yeah, Florida music.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the favorite song? What's your favorite song you guys perform, and favorite bands you've toured with?
Favorite, you know, the songs of ours, I would say all the songs that I wrote are my favorites. No,
of course.
Of course.
I would say that you know, that varies from time to time. It depends on the show. It depends on my mood, because we have some upbeat songs that I really like, and we have there's a song that I wrote called This Kind of Love that I wrote for my wife and my kids, and it's about my relationship with God, and it connected with a bunch of people, and so there are times that I play that when I'm like, man, I'm very thankful for this song. Bands that we've toured with, there are a ton that I love. I would say probably one of my favorite memories was early on. We started out a tour in Red Rocks, Colorado, at the Red Rocks Amphitheater, and we opened for the Allman Brothers.
Wow.
And that was that we did 2 summers with those guys, and that was a lot of fun, you know, being able to be part of that. And we actually did a show out in a big field in Oklahoma one time with and I don't know how we got put on this bill. I'm just thankful that we did, but it was us and ZZ Top and the Allman Brothers, and it was I don't know, it was one of the coolest experiences. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
But yeah, there's been a ton of great bands that we've been able to tour with.
Cool.
So in this time you're touring with Casey Tyndall and Paige Johnson, right?
Well, you know, right now we have openers in different markets, and sometimes people will jump on and we'll do a tour together for a little bit, but mostly it's regional acts will come in and open the show for us. So we haven't been on tour with somebody recently. We have something coming up in the winter, which is we're going to be out with Phil Vassar, and we're doing a holiday tour with Phil Vassar, that should be a lot of fun. He's a great guy, and we've been friends for a long time, and so we packaged up and we're going to go out and you know, ring some sleigh bells.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Yeah, this is just wonderful. We're so excited to have you coming here. And Yeah, I was nervous before we started. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's Sister
He's like,
Hazel.
I'm so nervous.
Hopefully I put those nerves right to bed. No reason to be
I
nervous.
feel better now. Have you ever gotten nervous before performing?
All right, so I will say that I'm probably too dumb to get nervous, but the one time I did get nervous, we had Ken and I have done a number of national anthems for sports. We've done a number of NBA games, hockey, NFL games, and there was a Monday night NFL game in Tampa Bay, and it was I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but it's back when Hank Williams Jr. had the theme song for Monday. Are you ready for some football?
Yeah.
Well, Monday night party. Well, apparently he insulted our president at the time, and so they pulled his intro for Monday Night Football. They decided they were not going to play his intro. So they came out, literally, we're standing on the field getting ready to sing the national anthem, and the people from, I'm not sure if it was ESPN or ABC at the time, but they walked out and said, "Hey, we're going to do the anthem live tonight, on Monday Night Football." And at first I was like, at first I was like, okay, no problem. And then I went, oh, dude, that's like 19 million people watching us sing the national anthem. So that was a little nerve wracking. There's always a big echo in stadiums like that. So you'll, oh, say can. It's like really weird. And
yeah. That's tricky because everybody knows the song, but it's hard, right? It's not an easy
hard.
song.
It's a hard song.
Yeah.
And so I close my eyes a lot when I sing. I close my eyes. I just do naturally. I try not to, but I just tend to close my eyes when I'm singing. So I close my eyes, and when two of us are singing together, because we're singing harmonies, you got to stay in sync with each other. And so I close my eyes and I'm singing, and I open my eyes and I look up at the big jumbotron that's got, it's showing kind of a close up of the two of us. And Ken is like staring like right at my mouth. He's like, oh, say Ken. He's staring right at me. And I just remember how creepy it looked on the jumbotron. So I immediately had to like close my eyes. I was like, no, he's staring right at me on the. It was bad. But we got through it.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
But yeah, that's about that's one of the few times I can remember being nervous. Every other time we have so much fun as a band. I mean, the energy from the crowd is a big thing for us, but we love what we do. And so going on stage and playing we look forward to that. So that's a good thing.
Well, people can't wait for you to get to New Bern. And we do have a comment from Marissa. She says that the White Umbrella Group Limited is bringing you all, and it's presented by Toyota of New Bern. So thank you to the White Umbrella Group and Toyota of New Bern for letting us have you come to our town. This is awesome.
Thank you guys for bringing us in. We're looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll bring a great show, and we'll have a great time.
Gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time today. It's been great.
Absolutely.
And I'm not nervous anymore.
Thank you.
All right, good.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I had to move around. I didn't have my lighting right. I apologize for that.
No,
Oh, man, you're
it
good.
was great. It was great.
Thanks for having me,
Yeah.
and we'll see you on the 8th.
There you go.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a great
Take
day.
care. Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
All right. There we go. Well, that was
That is a
fun.
long time to have a career in music, especially there's
It is
like
a long
5 of
time.
them. So it's
Yeah.
5 families plus all the support staff and everything. That's an accomplishment.
A lot of time to be on the road. I mean,
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Sure.
crazy.
Yeah.
And they all like each other. That's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's probably half the struggle is getting
yeah.
along,
Yep.
Wow, that's just,
That's awesome.
but I was out at Thea's Ideas, her, I don't know if I said this earlier, but Ideas Inc., Kathy Miller and Thea Kincaid had a promotional product show out at the New Bern Yacht Club yesterday. and Clayton was there. And I told him, I said, man, George, you got to make sure George shows up at that show tomorrow because you got a music guy and I know nothing about music. So, but and Pat and Barry, I'm sure we would have got it covered. But anyway, they were both, Kathy and Clayton were singing that song. So it was adorable.
I had not heard that song in so long, but as soon as I was watching a video of it this morning, get ready for today, and as soon as it started, I knew every word to it. It was it's so ingrained right here.
Is today the first time you've heard it in a long time?
Yeah, probably.
Because I was like, I know these guys, but I haven't heard them. And so I'm driving up here to the garage and I'm plugging them in Pandora and I'm like, oh, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
The song, and I know they have more. But this is the number one. I think that song came out in '94, I think. So
the one I saw was like '97 or something. There was a performance of it. Yeah, so like for me, like it's that college law school time of like Hootie and the Blowfish, Dave Matthews Band, Toad Wet Sprocket, Blues Traveler. It's like those guys all kind of blend together in my brain as all the stuff I listened to back then. Yeah.
Good old days.
Good old days.
Speaking of which, like the 2 weekends after that, Nelly is coming to play at that same place, and like again, it's like okay, so that's that same time frame, and my wife is all excited. She got tickets to that, like as soon as they went on sale, and it's really cool to have those kind of folks coming through New Bern. I know that Nelly is part of the Mumfest deal, but we have these promoters that are bringing a lot of people to the Mayola place, right? That's where a lot of this is happening.
I think that's awesome.
So it's really cool. It's good for our kind of mid-sized little town we got here.
That's great.
And I think the Bonafides need to be an opener. Is that called an opener for the main? And who knows, you may be a main band.
Yeah, right.
Be opening for you.
Sure.
George, you just never know. I mean, hey.
You never know.
Yeah.
I always get worried that my hobby is gonna really impinge on what I do for a living, so I gotta be careful. I think I need to stay in this office right here for most of the days. Yeah.
That's so awesome. But that was a terrific question, Murray, about where did they come up with the name of the band? So
I never knew.
Wow, that was powerful. Yeah. And okay, let's say the question again. If you're watching, the question is, what is the theme of this year's Ghost Walk? So enter the answer in the live stream here during the show, not after, because we're going to give the answer in a couple minutes. But for right now, do you want to go over the events today, you guys?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So starting out on the 24th, we have Voice of the Silent Woman's Outreach, and this is a health and wellness event, and it's going to be at Union Point Park from 6 to 8 p.m., and that's presented by our friends at Davis Productions. And for details, call 671-3580.
I know it's free, and also the health and wellness director from our YMCA is one of the speakers.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. There's a couple groups that are involved in this, so thank you. Yeah.
Also, the 24th is movie night at Lawson Creek Drive-In, Dirty Dancing, 7 p.m., presented by New Bern Parks and Rec. Dare went on a Dirty Dancing weekend with one of her best friends from growing up. Down in the mountains, North Carolina. You can go and you can see where they filmed part of the movie and do all these dance lessons and stuff. It's really fun.
Really?
So we may be going. Yeah.
That's wild. I've never heard of that.
I think it's in Lake Lure, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a great place, bass fishing place. Huh. That's cool. So what else we got going on?
Also on the 24th through the 26th is Clue. We just talked about that.
So it's not the
moving.
Oh, wait, no, that's not this weekend. That's next weekend.
So
Scratch that.
So what are
Sorry.
the dates? What date is that? The 3rd?
It'll be the 1st to the 3rd.
There we go. Okay.
Friday through Sunday.
So
I'm
that's cool.
gonna go Sunday.
Okay.
And the air show at MC CAS in Havelock coming up the 25th, 26th. I think it's been 2 years since we've had it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
So that
the,
always draws a big crowd. I know they're limiting attendance, about half of what they normally allow in.
yeah, and if you're attending the air show, just make sure you check with the guidelines, because the base, you have to pre-register to get on base, something with the getting on base. So just
Yeah.
double check before the date arrives. So, and also on the 25th is a benefit motorcycle ride to help end domestic violence. And registration is at 9:30, and it's at Temple Church, which is located at 1500 Kingdom Way. And what else is going on?
The 25th is 10th annual Oktoberfest celebration. I'm ready for some bratwurst and some beer. It's going to be at the Carolina History Center on South Front Street, and it's presented by the New Bern Breakfast Club. Rotary Club, sorry.
Yeah, and they weren't able to have it.
A little papa going on.
Yeah, they have a German band, or I think it's a German band. They're dressed up in the attire, so yeah. And then
Also on the 25th, at the gallery, Elton John, performed by Ken Kennedy. That's at the Bank of the Arts, 7 o'clock. Presented by the Craven Arts Council and Gallery. Call 638-2577 for information. Always a fun series at the gallery.
Nice.
Very cool.
On the 26th, New Bern Crop Hunger Walk. Registration at 2, starts at 3 at Union Point Park. Call 876-2309. I'm not familiar with this. I didn't look at this one. I'm assuming it's a walk, a benefit walk. Does anyone know any more details?
You get sponsors, right, guys? I think you get sponsors to sponsor your walk, and then when you do it, and the money goes to charities regarding hunger. I want to say it's not domestic help. I think it's international help, I believe.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It does all, I believe. I think
Yeah.
some
Oh, it does?
divide
Okay.
it up. Some
Gotcha.
will go to RCS and,
Okay.
stay in Craven County, and some will be international, and some will go to other areas in North Carolina, as I understand it. The
Okay.
crop walk's been going on years and years in our community. A
yes,
long time.
yes, it has.
And
Yeah,
it's downtown usually, you just walk around downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Union Point Park is where it's getting started.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, and then on the 28th, it's there's a public hearing. It's the first, I don't know if they'll have any other public hearings, but a public hearing on redistricting. And that's during the New Bern Board of Aldermen meeting in the courtroom at City Hall. And that's at 6 p.m. on the 28th. So if you want to put some input on where the wards are going to be divided, you may want to go and attend. So and the 30th, what's happening on 30th?
Looks like a virtual screening of the documentary of resilience, the biology of stress and the science of hope. It's from 6 to 8. I don't see necessarily how you do that.
Well, that's connected with the resilience symposium on the 1st, which Garret Biss talked about last week. And it's, that is on the 1st, and it's from 8 to 5 p.m. at the Riverfront Convention Center. And I think today is the last day to register. So if you want to attend, you got to sign up. And all the information's on newbernnow.com on our calendar. You just click the link and it will take you to wherever you need to go. And then October, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're already almost in October.
Crazy. Beach Boogie and Brews, 5:30 at the New Bern Farmers Market, which sounds like a really good time.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
And that's presented by the New Bern Chamber of Commerce. So it'll be fun. And I think they do that every year, don't they? Does that sound familiar to you guys?
It does
I'm
sound
not sure.
familiar, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Pat keeps fading in and out. You still with us, Pat? Here she is. Okay. And then the second is the fall ABC sale featuring curated selection. And that's 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the New Bern Battlefield Park Pavilion. And that's presented by the New Bern Historical Society. For details, call 638-8558.
I got Craven County Clean Sweep on the 2nd, 9 o'clock. Meet at the Craven County Administrative Buildings parking lot on 406 Craven Street. And there also will be more local groups. Like if you live in a neighborhood like Ghent or think probably Riverside, and I know downtown they have groups, so get together and pick a street. It's always good. I guess it's quarterly, right? They do it every 3 months.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Ooh, and second, we have the Vance Strawberry Jam Festival. Why do I never hear about these things? Is this the first time?
You need to go to New Bern Now's calendar.
It is every year. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
But actually, it's not usually this late. It's a Strawberry Jam Festival. See, the other one is in May. Is it May or April?
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they have the Strawberry Festival.
I know. I've heard of that, but I haven't heard of the Jam Festival.
So I
guess I haven't either.
Because of COVID, they created this Jam Festival. So it's not like what.
So like all the strawberries they picked, they put
in
jams, and then.
So I think they were being creative where they had to, have this event, but they couldn't do it back in May. So I think it's a great idea.
That's awesome.
And they'll have a parade.
I love strawberry jam, and especially when I don't have to make it. I get in
And they'll have vendors like crafts and stuff.
Great. That's cool.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get enough jam at the Jam Festival, you could go to the Drum Circle the next day and jam with your favorite percussionist from 6 to 7:30 at Union Point Park near the gazebo.
And that's great segue there, George.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get enough jam from that, check out the New Bern Music Calendar Facebook page.
Yeah. And if you didn't get enough jam from that, check out the farmers market on Saturday mornings from 8 to 2 at 421 South Front Street. I think we're all out of jams.
I think we're out of jam.
Unless you're going to grab that banjo behind you and play some banjo.
Yeah, there we go.
But now I'm super sad now because I'm going to have to miss the Jam Festival.
Where are you going to be?
Well, I'm a member of the New Bern Ladies Facebook page, and they're doing a kayaking trip down in Swansboro that day. So from 9:30 to about 2.5 hour kayaking trip, and then I have to go to a wedding that night. So
you got a big day.
This is why I missed everything. I swear. We talked about this last time. Anyway.
Well, I'll call you every Monday and say, hey, Mari, this is what the lineup is.
Okay.
And these are your choices.
And if you go to the Jam Festival, grab me some jam.
Bring it by the garage.
Yeah,
there you go.
Oh, man. Cool.
And
I bet you got some recipes you could work that jam into with a food truck.
Oh, I do.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
My favorite, the strawberry basil. I do make jam sometimes, and that's my absolute favorite, but I didn't do any this year. So maybe they'll have some.
There you go.
So Mari, I was thinking like New Bern Now used to do community barbecue.
Yeah.
Maybe once a month, every couple months, and we would I would make the buffalo wings and prepare it and all that, and people would bring it was like a potluck.
Oh, I love potlucks.
it was like people meeting each other, and after hearing about this, when the city was doing the discussion on the what do you call it, the kitchen,
the commissary kitchen. Yep.
I'm thinking, maybe I could have been sued back then if somebody got sick, because I don't know how that works.
Well, you're not trying to sell that food.
No,
I'm sure if they got sick, they'd be upset with you, but they can't do anything to you.
Okay, because I'm thinking, since I shouldn't do that. Would that be something that you would come to? Like if I say, hey, we're going to have a community group, and
I would love to.
So so that's, people can call.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. So
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of potlucks. And Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. We at the garage, we're doing a Friendsgiving potluck, same day as the beer Olympics and all sorts of other stuff going on. But I can't wait for a potluck. They're just so much fun, and people gather and come together. You're just eating, drinking, and there's no stress, no pressure. So I can't wait. You give me a potluck.
And it's great to find out what people's favorite foods are, because that's what they usually bring, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And down here they have, like, June, she used to come every time and bring these beans, but they were a southern type bean, which I've never had before. And oh my gosh, they were incredible. But so it's like you learn different cuisines, you know, from the different people from all across the country that have moved here, you know. So
we had a potluck this past Sunday that Ben and Marion Bunn headed up on our street. And so we're on East Front and New Street, and that neighborhood around there, Ben got together and other people helped too, the Overmans, the Prills, the Phillips, other people down there. And it was really to celebrate 3 years past Florence.
Oh, nice.
So a lot of those houses had that, and closed off New Street. People brought food, they had grills, everybody. It was just so nice to get together and meet people that way. And food really does that, doesn't it?
It does.
You know, really sharing food, and it was just a really cool. We need to do more things like that.
Yes.
You know, that's what community is all about.
Make sure you let us know when the next one is.
Well, you know, I think
exactly. And a group of us brought our instruments out. We had a jam session.
Nice. That's really nice.
No strawberries, but lots of jam. It was really fun.
I remember one time, like a long time ago, I was walking downtown, and you know, I live in James City, so we don't have that camaraderie, because I live on half an acre, not a nice little block with a bunch of neighbors, which, to be honest, I like. But I remember walking downtown, and I remember people, it might have been you, people were sitting on their porches. It was a nice day, and they were sharing wine across their porches. And I thought, I want to hang out in this neighborhood and share wine and some appetizers from porch to porch. You know what I mean? So that's really awesome. I like that. And if you do have another one, I would love to come. I'll bring food.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
I think it'd be great.
Well, you know,
really good.
One thing to note during the Spanish flu, okay, I think it was towards the end, I don't know if they created Neighborhood Day, but they had this Neighborhood Day because people had been isolated for so long.
I read about that.
And they came together. So maybe New Bern now, or a group of us, can create a Neighborhood Day, and like for the greater New Bern area. Would that be fun?
And really, as people who have neighbors, right? I mean, it's really, we don't need a day even. Let's just do that more often. Now that people can be outside and you know, there's still COVID, so we have to be careful, but being outside and doing that sort of thing, it's really you know, it's kind of what it means to be a part of a community. So it's really nice.
Yeah, that's very true. But sometimes it's like, lately I've been posting on our Facebook page and social media, like a picture and an unofficial holiday, you know, is like Cookie Day or whatever the day is. Today is Energized Day, and you know, the different. So it kind of reminds us to pause and do something. So maybe, you know, Neighborhood Day can remind us, and then we get in the habit of doing that. I don't know.
We do that for our walk-in bathtub shows. We'll pick a day. So like our next show is October 9th, and it's Moldy Cheese Day. So I mean, we're going to celebrate moldy cheese.
It's fun for the tap room also. You take days like that, and it's like, I forgot because I do the same thing. It's just, you can play off those days, you know, and create an event around them. Or a lot of times, like we did like National Chili Day. We do a chili competition, and or I'll just cook something and bring it here because it's peanut butter and jelly day, and there's some PB&J. You know what I mean? It's just fun. Those days are always fun. But I'm with you on the neighborhood one. More neighborhood days, you know.
Yeah, maybe we just call every Tuesday Neighborhood Day.
There you go. So what was I going to say? Darn it, I forgot. Anyway,
do we have a winner?
Oh, the question. Okay, what is the theme of this year's golf ghost walk? Anybody?
I saw Marissa Zinni's answer, and I think she's probably right. Because Marissa Zinni's usually right on things.
I think she's always right. She lives like
Yeah,
right 2 doors down.
Oh,
from
she
me.
does?
So
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
she's awesome. Her and her family.
Pan around and see if she's looking in the window.
So Wendy's telling her the answers before the show. We're gonna have to look into this.
No, I'm guessing she's at the YMCA. I think she's working at the YMCA. So
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is.
Hey,
What is it?
Oh, Dawn's
Skeleton.
coming in. Everybody say hi, Dawn.
Oh, ask Dawn if she knows the answer.
Dawn, do you know the theme of this year's Ghost Walk? She does not. But she does have a bag of peanuts. Show us those peanuts, Dawn. I just had a client come by who brought a bag of raw peanuts, and Dawn's going to teach me how to roast them and boil them.
Yum.
Okay. Yes, fresh local peanuts from a farmer. It's awesome.
Very cool.
Thank you,
I love
Dawn.
boiled.
Very cool.
Yeah, Dawn's a chef, right?
She is. Dawn is a chef and a very good caterer. So, and she does a lot for people all around the holidays. And gosh, when Florence happened, she and some of the other people in her church, they cooked for everyone in that neighborhood over in Bridgeton. Just so much. They were there all the time. Yeah, she's great.
Very nice.
And she always makes all these great goodies. Yesterday or 2 days ago, there were 4 bags of cookies, all different kinds. And like she'll do like a chocolate chip cookie and put chipotle pepper in it. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So good.
That's a
So
surprise. It's like, wow.
Yeah, but it's great. It's just like a hint of
long as there's no raisins, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mari. Yeah, no raisins.
She did some with craisins, like with cranberry. That was good.
Like you get the oatmeal cookies and you think there's a big chunk of chocolate in them, but it turns out to be a big old raisin. God, it makes me so mad. Why do people do that to other people? Can't stand it.
No,
Okay, sorry. What's the answer, Wendy?
Okay. Well, Marissa said, can't say I've seen Wendy lately with the ha-ha face. So the answer is skeletons in our closets. In our closets. Yeah.
What does that mean? It seems like it's got to have more of a
George,
meaning.
come
Is it
on.
like secrets? Secrets?
I'm
Secrets.
guessing. Yeah. And
Yeah.
we'll have to ask Kathy when she's on next time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
anyway, we've been on for a while, and thank everyone for watching. And if you want to be a member of Podsquad or join us as a guest, you got something you're working on, you want to share it with the community and our viewers, give us a call at 259-6853 or email info@newbernnow.com. And is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap, folks. Okay. All right. So
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening. Have a
Good to
great
see y'all.
day.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye, Pat. Sorry we lost Pat. I
Be
think Matt
well.
was trying to help her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we go. Do. See you later. Have a great
Bye,
day.
guys.
Bye.
Take care.